All right, book nerds. Got an awesome sci-fi one here for you. Pro- Project Hail Mary. This is the first book I've read by Andy Weir. I saw The Martian years ago. Did not read the book. I don't know if I'll end up reading it, but I like the movie. It's a good movie. Matt Damon. Uh, but this was a fucking awesome sci-fi book and just an awesome book. Period. Uh, I'm gonna get spoilery. I usually don't on these. I try to be real vague about shit so people can uh read it themselves. But there's just too much here that I love. So I'm gonna end up right here. I'm just gonna say, go read this book. Uh, it is fucking great. Andy Weir is has a great sense of humor, and he has a great. He just writes a badass book that hits you in every feel. And the ending of this book I did not see coming, and it left a huge smile on my heart. So I'm gonna get spoilery from here on out. So uh, there's like a fungus taking. So this is kind of like now, like in the 2018s. I think this book came out in 2018, so around that time. So somewhat recent. Um, there's a fungus called astrophage that's stealing heat from the sun, which is eventually going to launch us into a ice age and kill humanity. And like they kept throwing around numbers, but I think it's going to take like something like 50-ish years, give or take. And so there's a team that's put together, uh, and the main character, Dr. Grace, who is a high school teacher because he wrote a paper while he was a scientist about how not everything needs water to survive in the universe. And he didn't, people were like, oh, you're a fucking idiot. Blah, blah, blah. So he went to being a high school teacher, which he loved. Um, but this, so this like big government thing gets put together, and there's this woman, I think her Stroud is her name, and she is to the T. She's like somewhere like Eastern Europe, Bloc European, but she's like, no matter what, this has to get done. I don't know. Like there was a panel of governments that put this together and like made her like the head of this thing, and she got all the pardons. Like she had unlimited power, unlimited resources, unlimited money. Through the story, she does some really fucked up shit, but it's necessary to save humanity. You get it. She comes off as a huge bitch. Actually funny at certain points, like at the beginning when they pull Doctor Weir to test this fungus that they have, that's going to the moon and going back to Venus. But he's the first one to test it, and then as he's testing, he like stops. He's in a containment room, and he goes, "I'm the guinea pig, aren't I?" And she's like, "How dare you say that? You're not the guinea pig." And it just there's a back and forth moment. This is a testament to like how funny Andy is, and it finally and how he writes it. I'm not doing it justice, but she just goes, "Yes, you're the guinea pig." And he's like, "God damn it, I knew it." Uh, but it's just this. It's a lot of humor like that. Uh, he also writes Grace as a very uh, his character stays true. So he's a high school teacher, and there's moments where he it would be like appropriate to swear, like say fuck or bitch or something like that, but he uses like dumbed down versions of it because he was a teacher for so many years. He found, instead of it saying damn it, he says darn. uh Fuck turns into frick, uh stuff like that, and it holds true throughout the entire book. There's one moment where he says holy fucking shit, uh and that's when he runs into an alien ship. It's pretty early in the book, but that's the only time he really swears. He may say ass here and there, but it's just I could tell he like the way he wrote Grace was just phenomenal. This whole book is just I can't. I'm just gushing over it. Anyways, um, so he goes. He finds this alien ship. Like the beginning of the book, he wakes up from a coma. He doesn't know who he is, what's going on. He was put on a ship, put in a coma, off to another star system, where the astrophage is not attacking a planet. So he wakes up, his crewmates are dead, couldn't live the coma, the stasis that they were in. There's only 3 of them. He's the only one left alive. And through the book, it jumps back and forth. Like as he's remembering things, it jumps back to those moments to explain shit, and then it jumps back to the future, which is I find it annoying sometimes. Riley Sanger did it in Home Before Dark. I hated it at first, but by the end of the book, the gimmick makes sense. But like this didn't annoy me off the bat. It makes perfect sense right off the rip. I don't like Riley. It's like more of a mysterious thing. You're like, why the fuck are they doing this? And then you near the end of the book, you go, ah, and then you end up enjoying it. But this right off the rip, it's not annoying. But Grace finds an alien ship. He finds a way to contact it. It's like this 5-legged spider-looking thing, about the size of a mid-sized dog. More advanced than us, but also not as advanced. I'm sorry, really sorry. They figure out a way to communicate, and he calls him Rocky. Rocky is the best, hands down. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Friendly alien character in all of media. E.T. can suck a bag of dicks, and Paul from Paul, he comes in second just because he's a fucking cool dude. But Rocky, he's it. He is the main character. He's the main alien character of all time. Friendly alien character. And if we go evil, we all know who that is. The Xenomorphs, you know? But yeah, so it becomes like buddy. Grace remembers things here and there. Like he finally figures out how he got on the ship. He didn't have a choice. He was duped. Well, actually, the 3 people that were supposed to go ended up dying in an accident, and they need another science guy, and he knew everything. He knew everything about. He was a biologist, blah blah blah. And she was, you have to go, and the captain wouldn't take someone that wasn't willing to go, and she jailed him and goes, listen, you're gonna go. She goes, I'll tell the captain that you want to be sedated beforehand. That's why, blah blah blah. So he goes, and she was right. The last talk they had together, she's like, you're a fucking coward. You've always run from things. She goes, this is a chance to save humanity. Yes, this is a suicide mission, blah blah blah. Which in the end, like, it just, what happens is like out there. And it once again, it makes your heart smile. It's fucking great. But so Rocky and Weir find this planet where it's like not killing or dying off, and then they find out this is the origination of it. They find out why it's doing it. They figure it out. A lot of shit happens, a lot of bad shit. People get hurt. People in Alien get hurt. They figure it out. They part their separate ways. Like on the way back, they figure out the shit that they were making is being destroyed by something. He's like, fuck. So Grace figures it out. They have things on ship to send it before. Like, that's how it was really going to do. He wasn't supposed to be on his way back. So he sends the shit off to Earth to save it, hopefully. And he notices that Rocky's ship stalled like super fucking far away, right? And he figures that, you know, he's fucked too. So he makes a decision. He goes, fuck, I gotta save my friend and help save their race of people or whatever the fuck they are. So he does that, which they kind of do like a roundabout, and you figure out like he makes it look like he's not gonna go help his friend, but like he ends up doing it. Goes to his friend, helps him, helps save his people, and they go to his planet. He can't eat anything they have because it has like all deadly like metals in it and shit. So they take his muscles and they clone his own meat, and he eats his own fucking meat. His own, like, he's eating his own muscle, which is pretty cool. And it turns out he's been there years, a long time. And Rocky is like almost is fluent in English now, and Grace is fluent in their language pretty much. and like he has to live in a dome because it's all black there. Like there's no light. Like the atmosphere would crush him like a grape. And he walks to this like outward dome thing. This is the end of the book pretty much. And this is why Rocky's just like one of the best. Besides helping him and this all the shit that happens in the book, like he's the best. But they go talk, and he's just like, "Oh, what are you doing, man?" And he's like, "Oh, blah blah blah." And Rocky's just like, hey," or he just calls him like, "Hey, aren't you late for your job, dumbass," or some shit like that. And he's like, "Ah, whatever." He goes, "I'm old, blah blah blah." So they get taught. He goes, "Are you ever gonna go back to Earth?" And he's like, "I don't know, man. I'm old." And Rocky goes, "Well, this is selfish, but I hope you stay here." Um, he goes, maybe. I don't know. I haven't made a choice yet. But he's like 55 by this point. He left when he was like in his like late 30s, early 40s. So he's like in his 50s. So he leaves this like side compartment, and this is the very end of the book, and this is what like made my heart smile. He goes into this other side room with like these keyboards because the way they talk is like these weird sounds and shit. And he sits down and he explains like this like keyboard has a few more keys and whatnot. Um, so he can hit the notes that he can't verbally say. And he goes, all right, children, everyone take their seats. Does anyone know what the speed of light is?" And the very last sentence is, "And all these children's claws go up." And right there tells you he's never leaving. He's happy. He's doing what he loved. He saved humanity, and he found this was what he wanted. His first contact with aliens. He went to an alien planet, the only human ever to do so, and he found these like he's teaching their children, and that dude ain't leaving. It just you would like him to go back to Earth, be the hero, but like he's happy. It's great. Like I almost getting choked up talking about it. Like phenomenal book. If you stayed, thank you. Go get it. This pisses me off though. Like why do fucking don't take that shit off. This is a great hard book cover. Anyways, if you've read this book, let me know what you thought of it. I loved it, obviously, but or if you stayed and you know that shit doesn't bother you, like please go read it or listen to it or whatever. A TV show is coming out, I guess, next year, so 2026. But yeah, go fucking get this shit if you haven't read it. So, all right, go read, nerds. Bye.